You know, when it's Monday morning and the rumor mill of the cancel culture isn't on the left. The cancel culture has gone wild. Once upon a time, the left would cancel everything, cancel Israel products, cancel French products, cancel Donald Trump, cancel anything anywhere. And it was never, ever, ever been able to say boo against the left who's causing the cancel culture. Today, you have the right causing cancel culture, where they're saying The View is going to be canceled because of the stupidity of their hosts. And you know what? Notwithstanding the bagel catcher of them all, the woman who's infamous from the 80s as being the one who likes bagels, Whoopi Goldberg is now front and center on being the hypocrite of the year. Welcome, everybody. My name's Stuart Brisgale. That's my co host, David Sullivan. We're bringing you unfiltered, uncensored conversation on a wide range of topics. This is a podcast dedicated on expressing our opinions, sharing our thoughts, experiences, and ideas from a variety of perspectives. At least it's honest. Join us as we dive into this latest piece of news, as we do cover pop culture, politics, and so much more. Rants of absurdity, like some of our travel history, or deeper issues affecting the world. Guys, sit back, relax. David, so as I tried to start, and not steal any of your thunder, but to try and understand, when the left calls people names, it's okay. They can do it. When they want to call people out and make false statements, that's okay. When they want to lie through their teeth and try and use their notoriety as a pulpit of jawboning or trying to destroy, it's very simple. When a 150-year-old bakery doesn't turn up the stuff for Whoopi's fat ass, she has her buns in a conniption. David, what was that delicacy from that 150-year-old bakery that has her rather large rear end up and swollen?
Well, this pastry called a Charlotte Russe, which I've never had, Stuart, it's supposed to be some sort of spongy delicacy. I have no idea. There's a bakery in Staten Island called Holtermann's Bakery. They're one of the last that make it. This bakery is well known in Staten Island and in the boroughs of New York. You know, you want this particular pastry, you go there. And Whoopi Goldberg said she went there to pick up some of these pastries to celebrate her birthday. Well, lo and behold, she accused the bakery of not wanting to serve her this famous pastry. And when asked and prompted, they said, look, our boiler, which is almost as old as she is apparently, it's not working properly. And therefore, they weren't doing it. They weren't going to meet her order. So they said, no, we won't. So instead of accepting at face value, she takes her pulpit, goes on her TV show, of which, by the way, her and Joy Behar's contracts will not be renewed. Take that for what that's worth. And lo and behold, she accuses them not of not serving her because she's a woman, not of not serving her because she's black, but because of her political views, that Staten Island is a more conservative-leaning political area. And therefore, the staff all decided we're not going to serve Whoopi Goldberg because she is too liberal for them. No fact, nothing, other than a feeling that she got. Now, you know, Stuart, I'm sick and tired of the victimized attitude that the left loves to have. We're victims all the time of some kind. And it seems that, you know, it's that Whoopi Goldberg's new victim is, I'm a Democrat. I don't like Donald Trump. Therefore, you won't serve me. And that's wrong.
But
now,
you know,
yes,
there's a twist I got to throw in there. You know, the left is notorious on experimenting on how to get their base riled up. For example, Donald Trump, Russian collusion. Now it's like, how do I get Democrat businesses to boycott Republican businesses because Whoopi Goldberg
Well,
couldn't
this,
continue to
but this
grow
is,
her baseline.
but this story is not new. I'm sorry,
Oh, it's not new.
because you know
Oh, I
what?
thought it was new.
I'm sorry to say. Speak to actors like Scott Baio. Speak to other actors
Wow.
and actresses that have come out conservatively pro Donald Trump. Look at athletes who have done that over the weekend. Just to give you an idea, football players, UFC athletes, all celebrated like a Donald Trump. There was a Donald Trump type of dance celebration, right? And we're slammed, slammed. This is what the left has done. The left has done it where if it's a liberal, Democrat way of doing things, they're acceptable. But anything to show support for the right, the conservatives, Donald Trump, you name it, it's wrong. Now, the thing is, Stuart, that the Staten Island Borough President, Vito Fossella, stood with local leaders and blasted Goldberg, saying, how dare you? Like, where do you, just because you're some actress who has zero political inclination, you use your pulpit to get your point across, to try to sway voters. It didn't work, by the way. Okay, hence look at the vote. Even though Kamala Harris got the fourth highest number of votes ever in American history, who cares? She lost. She lost everywhere practically. And the View continues to not double down, but triple down. On Friday, Bill Maher did a whole routine on that, saying, you Democrats, you say the right is stupid. You on the left are stupid. You've learned absolutely nothing. Insulting, degrading, denigrating, false accusations do not work. And you know what? Though she said it was in her opinion,
Yep.
According to lawyers, Holtermann's Bakery can sue Whoopi's butt, as you called it. Why? Because you went on TV and defamed this 145-year-old bakery. Stuart, I don't know how you feel, but I'm sick and tired of them. I'm glad Joy Behar and Whoopi won't be back in sometime but 2025. They're not going to be renewed because enough is enough. And ABC may have finally woken up to believe that these two women, their toxicity is terrible.
Yeah, but I think you have some fake news here. Whoopi Goldberg's contract was renewed for 4 years, extending her role through the 28th season, which is the summer of 2025. So
yeah, I understand. But Stuart, your microphone just cut out. But keep in mind one thing, okay? The ABC has said maybe there are no credible reports. There are reports floating around of this. I don't know. I'm hearing these reports that they're going to do it. But you know what? ABC should fire them. ABC should get rid of them.
Listen, I think The View has had its day. I think The View proved to be something that needs to be, unfortunately, canceled. They are irrelevant. They are by far a bunch of yappy old people who are irrelevant in the political world, the social world, and I hate to tell you, the acting world. And, it's unfortunate that someone that had such stature as Whoopi Goldberg did in Hollywood to turn out and being a political hack. All these actors and actresses, unfortunately, not like Scott Baio, who said, I'm moving out of the United States. I think we should start a GoFundMe. I like my GoFundMe account to buy them airplane tickets and first class bougie things to send.
I am not buying these. I won't buy for any of these.
I make it bet if I solicited the Koch brothers.
Stuart, here's the thing. Stuart, no. I think you're wrong. If you're threatening to leave, pick up and go. I'm not paying a dime.
I'll help you.
But hold on. But if you're gonna go, if you're gonna do what Whoopi likes to do, and you like to cancel, okay, hand in your American passport, rescind your U.S. citizenship. Let's see if you do that. Stop with this, because this is exactly the problem, Stuart, we face. The left makes noise, rattles their sabers and cages and whatever, and instead of being held accountable, they could say what they want, disrupt who they want, ruin the reputation of who they want. I mean, there are not just actors, but business people. There are politicians whose lives were ruined by just an accusation. Nothing more, nothing less. And here's a business, Holtermann, who has nothing but a mechanical failure. She alleged, because she is so highly intelligent in business, because she's run a business before, right? She knows everything about business. That you know what it's like in supply chain management, wherever there's a bottleneck, okay, it happens. We've all been there, where at one point something breaks down and we can't get served. But for Whoopi Goldberg, that's a threat to her political views. And this is what the left is becoming more and more notorious for: false accusations. And people, whether they're on the right or on the center or left of center, are waking up and going, shut up. Enough with your stupidity. Enough with this crap. We don't want to hear it anymore. But they have a voice box.
Yeah.
And they just keep yapping and yapping and yapping.
You know, there's a place in England called Hyde Park where
Yep.
the crazy stand on a box. You know, since you don't like the idea of actually having the Koch brothers sending airline tickets to these wonderful Hollywood elites, how about I have them sponsor boxes for crazies and write their names on them and send them to England so that the crazies can stand on stupid boxes that have stupid people's names on them, like a Whoopi Goldberg. Would that be fair? Like, I'm just so over this, David. I'm trying to be like, how do you just sort of do something to just annoy them back at this point?
Stuart,
Like,
there's, you know what? The problem is that they have, as I said, they have their soapbox. And ABC and MSNBC and CNN gives them the ability, because it drives ratings. It has nothing to do with fact. It just drives ratings. And it continues to be, you know what? The next 4 years, we're going to hear it like no one's business. Okay? But this is just the point. This is exactly what it's time for the left to wake up. Wake up. Here is the crazy thing. Democrats continue to do it. Bernie Sanders continues to do it.
Bernie.
You've got AOC and her crew continue to do it. You've got Hillary Clinton, and you've got all the rest of these folks who believe that they're high and mighty, that their way is the only way. And as a result, you need to listen to me. And if you don't, you're stupid. And if you don't, it's because you don't like my views. I got to tell you, Stuart, Thanksgiving's coming up, right? Next week, right? Okay, so here's the question for all these people. How many of your friends and family are you not inviting this year? Because you don't want to listen to the fact that they're going to take a victory lap for Trump. How many of them are you going to get upset about because your political view, you on the left especially, do not want to hear it? Now, I know people on the right are the same. There are those on the right are the same. But you on the left, you lost. You lost badly because the American people didn't care for your politics. But you still don't want to listen. And you think that people on the right don't want to listen to you or don't want to serve you or don't want to work with you. The opposite. You're the ones who want to run out of America, not the right.
You know, but like even Hakeem Jeffries can't even take it on the chin. His party lost miserably. It wasn't close. You know, the fraud that's now coming out from the Harris campaign about private planes, people not being paid $1 million but $2 million. It seems that Oprah's salary was double. You know, it's just mind-boggling how they wasted their constituents' money.
It's irrelevant what it's not the constituents' money. It was all the donors. But again,
the constituents that supported them. The $2 and $10 donations was just.
Think about it. What was their approach? What was Oprah's approach? What was Obama's approach? What was Hillary's approach? What was everybody's approach? You don't vote for Kamala, you're dumb. Yeah. This dumb politics, this insult politics, we've talked about quite a few times. Whoopi going to a bakery where there was an innocent problem just shows how the left can't look clearly. It's time to change your glasses, Whoopi, because what you see is so blurry. It's so crap. Change your glasses, Whoopi.
I think that's a great thing. And on that note, David, we're going to say goodbye to Whoopi. Guys, it's a wrap for today's episode. A huge thanks for lending us your ears, your eyes, your time, whether you found us on Facebook, YouTube, or one of our verticals or our own website. We thank you. We appreciate every Monday, Wednesday, noon Eastern. at 12 noon. David and I do this literally now for going nearly 4 years. In fact, we're going to have to prepare our year in review early in December and get that ready for you. But just remember, we're here for you. PM us, like us, subscribe to us. We need you. The voices don't like to let our voice get out there because we're right of center. But you know what? We're still here, guys. Almost 4 years. David, on that note, thank everybody. Wish them a happy day, and we'll see them Wednesday, noon Eastern.
Stuart said I should be nice to you, so have a good